What if we told you that the year you were born has a profound impact on your personality, beliefs, and values? That's right, your birth date can say a lot about you, and it's not about astrology. It's about the societal and cultural influences that shape each generation. This is the fascinating world of generational differences, a rich tapestry of experiences and perspectives that create a dynamic social landscape. Let's set the stage with the main players in this generational saga. First, we have the baby boomers, the trailblazers who witnessed history unfold. Born in the shadow of World War II, their lives were shaped by post-war prosperity and the counterculture revolution. They're the generation of rock and roll, civil rights movements, and moon landings. Next, we have Generation X, often referred to as the middle child of the generational family. Sandwiched between the boomers and millennials, they're known for their pragmatism and adaptability. They weathered economic downturns, embraced the dawn of the internet, and managed to find a balance between their analog childhood and digital adulthood. And then come the millennials, the digital natives who ushered in the age of technology. They're the game changers, the ones who've been rewriting the rules. Marked by their passion for change and social justice, they've been at the forefront of the digital revolution, shaping the world of social media, e-commerce, and on-demand entertainment. Last but definitely not least, we have Generation Z. Born into the digital era, they are the emerging leaders known for their tech savviness, inclusivity, and ambition. They're the true digital natives, growing up with smartphones in their hands and social media at their fingertips. These four generations, each with their unique characteristics, values, and cultural influences, coexist, collaborate, and sometimes clash, creating a vibrant and ever-changing societal mosaic. They all bring something unique to the table, and it's the blend of these distinct flavors that make our society so diverse and dynamic. So, let's delve deeper into each generation and see what makes them tick. In the coming scenes, we'll explore the defining moments, the triumphs, the challenges, and the quirks that make each generation truly extraordinary. Get ready for an enlightening journey through time, culture, and human nature. First up, the baby boomers, a generation that witnessed history unfold. Born between the mid-40s and early 60s, these individuals experienced a world shaped by post-war prosperity and the counterculture revolution. They carry with them a unique set of characteristics and values molded by the era in which they came of age. The baby boomers are trailblazers, pioneers in their own right. They're known for their strong work ethic, a characteristic born out of economic prosperity and the rise of the middle class. For them, hard work was the key to success, and they put in long hours to build a better future for their families. Homeownership was a major goal for this generation. It was synonymous with success and stability, a testament to their hard work and perseverance. It's a perspective that's often at odds with the later generations, who face soaring house prices and a shifting economy. Social media, on the other hand, is a relatively new phenomenon for the boomers. While they've adapted to some extent, their use of these platforms is often more functional than recreational. They use it to stay connected with family and friends, but you won't find them chasing viral trends or spending hours scrolling through feeds. When it comes to eco-conscious living, baby boomers have had to adjust their mindset. They grew up in a time of excess, where resources seemed unlimited. However, they've witnessed the environmental impact of this lifestyle firsthand, and many have adopted greener habits. But they often struggle to understand the intensity of the younger generation's focus on this issue. The baby boomers, with their unique experiences and perspectives, have left an indelible mark on society. Their values and attitudes continue to influence and shape the world we live in today. They've seen the world change dramatically and have adapted as best they could, leaving a legacy of resilience and determination. Next, we'll explore Generation X, the resilient and independent generation. Now let's take a closer look at Generation X, often considered the middle child of generations. Born between the mid-60s and the early 80s, this generation is sandwiched between the influential baby boomers and the passionate millennials. They've been shaped by a unique blend of cultural and societal influences that have molded their values and perspectives. Let's begin by understanding their defining characteristics. Gen Xers are known for their resilience and independence. They grew up during a time of societal change, economic shifts, and technological advancements. This era of flux gave birth to a generation that learned to navigate change with agility and adaptability. Now let's talk about their values. Work-life balance is a key value for Generation X. They saw their boomer parents often prioritize work over family and, as a result, sought a better balance in their own lives. They're known for their pragmatism and practical approach to work, often favoring stability and security over rapid advancement or risk. On the topic of homeownership, Gen Xers have a more traditional perspective compared to the younger generations. They value property ownership as a symbol of success and stability. However, they also experience the housing market crash, which has made them cautious and savvy investors. As for social media, Generation X might not have been born into the digital age, but they've adapted quite well. They've become proficient users, leveraging social platforms for both personal and professional purposes. They're not digital natives like Millennials and Gen Z, but they're certainly not digital dinosaurs either. Finally, let's touch on eco-conscious living. Generation X has a pragmatic approach towards sustainability. They understand the importance of preserving the environment, but they also balance it with practicality and affordability. They're less likely to adopt radical lifestyle changes, but they're conscious about making sustainable choices where they can. In all, Generation X represents a bridge between the old and the new, blending the traditional values of the boomers with the innovative spirit of the millennials. They're the middle child indeed, but they've carved out their own distinct identity amidst the generational clash. Moving on, let's explore the digital natives, the millennials. Next, we have the millennials, the generation that ushered in the age of technology. Born between the early 1980s and the mid-1990s, millennials are often referred to as the change makers, for their unique ability to drive transformation across various spheres of life, from technology and business to social justice and the environment. Millennials are characterized by their strong sense of community, passion for social justice, and a deep desire for change. They've grown up during a time of rapid technological advancement which has shaped their worldview and values. This generation is highly educated, tech-savvy, and driven by a desire to make the world a better place. When it comes to work ethics, millennials are a generation that values purpose over paycheck. They are motivated by meaningful work and seek roles that align with their personal values and passions. Often, they're willing to forego higher salaries for the opportunity to make a positive impact in their jobs. On the topic of homeownership, millennials have faced a unique set of challenges. Economic instability and soaring property prices have made it difficult for many millennials to take the traditional step into homeownership. However, this hasn't stopped them from redefining the concept of home, often opting for urban living and shared spaces over the suburban dream. Now let's talk about social media. It's hard to imagine a world without it, and it's even harder to imagine a millennial without their smartphone. They've grown up with the internet, and social media has become their primary source of communication, news, and entertainment. It's their platform to voice opinions, rally for causes, and connect with the world. And finally, eco-conscious living. Millennials are at the forefront of the green movement, pushing for sustainable practices and prioritizing companies that value the environment. They are acutely aware of the challenges our planet faces and are committed to making choices that have a positive impact on the environment. Finally, we'll delve into the latest generation, Generation Z. Last but not least, Generation Z, the ones born into the digital era. Often referred to as the I generation, Gen Z is the first generation to grow up in a fully digital world. From iPads in preschool to smartphones in middle school, they've been swiping, tapping, and clicking from an early age. And it's shaped their worldview in a way that's unlike any other generation. Their digital native status has made them incredibly tech-savvy. They're quick to adapt to new technologies and are often the ones teaching the rest of us how to navigate the latest app or gadget. But it's not just about being tech wizards. This generation is characterized by their creativity, their inclusivity, and their ambition. Being raised in the age of social media has given Gen Z a unique perspective on work ethics. They've seen young entrepreneurs strike it big on YouTube or Instagram, and they know that conventional 9-to-5 jobs aren't the only pathway to success. They value flexibility, independence, and the ability to pursue their passions, and they're not afraid to challenge the status quo to achieve these goals. When it comes to homeownership, Gen Z is pragmatic. They've witnessed the struggles of millennials and are keen to avoid the same pitfalls. They're more likely to save for the future, and while owning a home is a goal for many, they're also open to alternative living arrangements like co-living spaces or digital nomad lifestyles. Social media for Gen Z isn't just about sharing selfies, it's a platform for them to express their views, engage in social activism, and promote eco-conscious living. They're the driving force behind many viral trends and social movements, from climate change protests to mental health awareness campaigns. In many ways, Generation Z is a testament to the rapid evolution of our society. They've grown up in a world that's vastly different from that of their parents and grandparents, and yet, they've managed to carve out their own unique identity and values. Now that we've explored each generation, let's dive into the debate. Welcome to the Great Debate, where we explore the hot-button issues that ignite debates across generations. In the red corner, we have the baby boomers, the resilient trailblazers who witnessed history unfold. Born into post-war prosperity, their work ethics were shaped by a booming economy and rapid industrialization. They believe in climbing the corporate ladder through hard work, dedication, and loyalty to one's employer. In the blue corner, we have Generation X, the pragmatic middle child sandwiched between the boomers and millennials. Known for their adaptability, they've navigated through economic downturns and technological upheavals. They value work-life balance, and while they appreciate job security, they aren't afraid to switch gears if it means a better quality of life. In the green corner, we have Millennials, the passionate changemakers who ushered in the age of technology. Millennials are all about flexibility and purpose in their work. They're not content with just a paycheck. They want their work to have meaning and make a positive impact on the world. And finally, in the yellow corner, we have Generation Z, the emerging leaders born in the digital era. Known for their tech savviness, inclusivity, and ambition, Gen Z's approach to work is about constant learning and adaptability. They value diversity, collaboration, and they're not afraid to question the status quo. Next up, we delve into the realm of homeownership. The baby boomers, having experienced the prosperity of the post-war housing boom, often view property ownership as an essential part of the American dream. Generation X, often caught in the housing bubble burst, tend to have a more cautious approach, but still see homeownership as a significant life milestone. Millennials, burdened by student loans and an increasingly competitive housing market, are redefining what homeownership means, with many opting for a more nomadic renter's lifestyle. As for Gen Z, it's still early days, but they seem to be charting a path that combines the best of all worlds: flexibility, sustainability, and smart investments. Moving on to the digital realm of social media. Baby boomers tend to use social media as a tool for connection, keeping up with family and friends, and occasionally sharing that cute cat video. Generation X uses social media as a news and networking tool, while Millennials and Gen Z have fully integrated social media into their daily lives, using it for everything from personal branding to activism. Lastly, let's discuss eco-conscious living. Baby boomers, having witnessed the birth of the environmental movement, are no strangers to the concept of conservation. However, the urgency to act has been more profoundly felt by the younger generations. Generation X straddles the line between traditional conservation methods and newer sustainability practices. Millennials, meanwhile, are leading the charge in sustainable living, favoring brands that align with their eco-friendly values. And Gen Z? They're growing up in a world where climate change is a pressing reality, making them perhaps the most eco-conscious generation yet. That's it for the debate. Now let's wrap things up. We've explored the unique characteristics and perspectives of 4 generations. So what have we learned? We've seen the trailblazing baby boomers who shaped the world with their post-war prosperity and countercultural revolution. Then we delved into Generation X, the resilient middle child, sandwiched between 2 influential generations, yet standing out with their pragmatism and adaptability. We've also taken a deep dive into the Millennials, the digital natives who ushered in a new era of technology, driven by their passion for change and social justice. And finally, we've met Generation Z, the rising leaders born in the digital age, renowned for their tech-savvy nature, inclusivity, and ambition. Each generation with its unique attributes has shaped and continues to shape our world in myriad ways. Understanding these differences is a key step towards bridging the generational gap. Remember, every generation has its unique qualities and strengths. Understanding this can help bridge the generational gap. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the generations.